Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. So today I'm back with another speed build, and this is actually part of Simlink's 15k contest. Now this is a contest he did for his subscribers for reaching 15,000, so well done Tobu for reaching that. And he put this foundation on the gallery along with 4 items, as you can see there, inside the house, and we had to make a house from those items. Now we couldn't change the shape of the foundation, and we had to include those 4 items somewhere in the build. So yeah, I'm just going to talk you through what I'm doing here. So you might see the video might be a little bit jumpy because I did cut out some bits which weren't very interesting, so the video wasn't as long, because some of my speed builds that I've recorded, which I haven't uploaded yet, but they're kind of long, so I'm trying to cut down on that. So we had to use that window there, which I did incorporate twice, I believe, in the bathroom. And as you can see there, I put like grass on the roof, and that was because I was going to do 1-story home and then have like a grass garden on the roof. I thought that was a different idea. I'm kind of going for like a modern feel to this house. It's 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. It has an open living, kitchen and dining space. Also has a study room, and it also has this like back porch area and then stairs going up to the garden on the top. I have some screenshots at the end of the video as well, so you can look at those. It took me a while to figure out what I was going to do. I struggled a lot with trying to find a floor plan. It was a very unusual foundation, I thought, so it was hard to do this kitchen, especially because of that corner bit. It was just really hard to get the counter in there and to fit it in properly. So I cut out a lot of me just messing around with the kitchen, because it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do with it. And as you can see there, I saved, because that was something that I did quite a lot in this build, but I forgot to do it a little later into the build, actually, like towards the end, and then my game crashed. So I had to, I'll let you know later in the video when it is. It's actually like the last clip, and I had to do a whole load, like the whole garden again, the whole back part, all of like the decorations, like putting paintings in and everything. The study room was completely empty again. Absolutely hate it when that happens, when your game crashes, and just lost so much progress, so had to basically do the house mostly all again. Anyway, here we are in the kitchen again, and as you've seen there, I put some bar stools in. Now, I'm not exactly too sure if these will be functional because of the counters that they are next to. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure they might be. And here we are with the living room space. Now, I did put a little fireplace there as well, and a TV on top of it, and some like modern type of sofas as well. This house in the end came out at about 98,000, which for the size of the house and what it has in it isn't really, it's a bit overpriced, I think. But you know, I get carried away when I'm doing things like this when I don't have a budget to stick to, so I kind of went over the top a little bit, but you know, it is a nice house, I think. So here I am messing around with the walls. It was really awkward to get the bedroom and the study room. There were very awkward shaped rooms to try and fit everything into, so I did cut out a lot of me trying to mess around with these walls, because, you know, it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do with them. So yeah, for the bedroom, again, I went with red and black, which seems to be a colour theme that I use all the time for bedrooms. I don't know why, it's just, I just really like those 2 colours. I think they go very well together, so I did that. And here I am going on the outside again. I did like kind of a weird order in terms of how I placed the items down. So like, as you've seen, I did the kitchen, and then I left the walls blank, and then I came back outside to do the outside walls and things. You know, I just messed around with it, like I did it in random orders, how I was decorating rooms. So yeah, so here we are back in the master bedroom here. Well, it's only 1 bedroom, so the bedroom, and like I said, black and red theme. Like I said, this is a modern house, so I kept using a lot of spa day items. Well, that kind of resembles the bathroom a lot, actually. I basically used all spa day items in the bathroom. So yeah, I really liked how this house turned out in the end. It is a very unusual house, I think. I haven't really done anything like this before, and I haven't really done a modern build before either. I know that's kind of a bit surprising, but I don't really do builds that often in The Sims, because I'm just not that good at them, so I don't tend to do them a lot. So here we are in the doing the coverings for the floor. But the coverings, really, like putting the why can't I think of this word? Anyway, I put wood floors down, which kind of went for neutral colours again. I seem to do that a lot in my builds. As you can see there, I had a bit of trouble getting that curtain on the middle window there, so I had to take it out. I don't know why, it just wouldn't clip to the top of the window. And to have two big windows there, which I just decided, it just took me so long to find curtains I liked. Those are the two I went for. I kind of had, well, you might have seen a glimpse of it before the camera cut, but I had like another curtain that fit on those windows, but it wasn't very modern, so I changed those again. And here we are back in the study room, which I'm onto now. Again, I went for modern colours basically throughout this whole home, including the study room. It was basically, I think it was only like the master bedroom that didn't include those neutral colours, but I think that's fine to have a little bit of a contrast. Also had a fish tank in there. I kind of found it hard to think of things to fill up this living room space because it was quite large. I think I could have maybe made the bedroom a little bit bigger and then had the main living space a bit smaller because it was hard, like I said, to fill up that space. I put a giant rug in the living room, as you can see there. But yeah, so now on at the paintings in the living room, and I'm really tired of doing paintings. I really need some new ones because I just feel like I'm using the same ones over and over again in my builds. I do have some custom content ones, but some of the rules in this challenge was to not use custom content because then of course you wouldn't be able to find it. Was also to, like I said, stick to the foundation and also use those those 4 items that it gave us. So now that's pretty much it for the bedroom. I'm kind of just going in between things, like I'm now working a little bit on the top roof and then I go back later and do the study room. You know, like I said later, I kind of just do it in random orders. Just I feel like doing a certain bit and I'll do that and come back to another bit. It's a really random order that I do things in. So as you see there, I just put the stairs in and now I'm onto the bathroom. And as you can see there, that's the window that he asked us to put in, and I actually did another one to match that as well. It isn't exactly a modern window, I don't think, but you know, it's at the back of the house, so you can't really see it as much, but you know, it's still an okay window, I guess. I did have a bit of trouble trying to find a curtain to go with that, but in the end I did find one. So here we are onto the bathroom, and like I said, I kept with modern items here. Basically everything is from the Spa Day game pack apart from the counters and the windows, and I think that's pretty much it in there. So I didn't really put a whole lot on the counters, just the sink, a little plant and some candles, and then for the lighting I did something slightly different and I used those little tiny little square lights and put them around, and I had one bar light, as you see, I was just about to put in there before the camera cut. I was going to put a couple more in there, but you know, there just wasn't enough space to fit everything in, and then I went with, you know, again, neutral colours in this bathroom as well, apart from the plant, of course, that was green. And yeah, so the sink and the mirror matched that, which was great. I tried to switch up how I was using the lights, because I feel like I was using the same ones over and over again, which are those circular lights that go on the top. You know, everybody uses them. I think the ones are like 150 simoleons, but I tried to switch it up throughout this build. When I went in at the start, I did put them down randomly just so I could see what I was doing, and then later on I went back in and placed them how I wanted them to be like. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, also when I opened up the top of the roof to put the staircase in, it changed the whole lighting of the main living space, which was really annoying, because I thought, you know, it looked nice, but then I kind of just added like a cold effect to it, like kind of like a light blue tint to it, as you might be able to see, which is just a lighting glitch, I suppose, from the opening of the stairs onto the roof. So here we are onto the study room, which was kind of a small space. There wasn't a whole lot I could do with it. It basically just had the desk, a little plant, a bookshelf, and that was pretty much it. I managed to fit in a little chair there as well, just one of those little ones. I don't even know what pack that came from, actually. It just looked kind of modern. I think it was from Get Together, actually. So yeah, it kind of I have been doing this kind of recently, where I have like the main sofa colour and then I have an armchair which is a slightly different colour, which you might have seen just then in the living room. I kind of like how that looks. It just switches it up a little bit. Also added a stereo just there in the corner. Now, that did change because, like I said, after I did the opening, well, the next clip is when I go over to the top of the roof and do all those decorations over there. After that, my game crashed and I lost all progress on pretty much everything, basically, like I said. So when you go back and look at the screenshots, it might look slightly different because I had to do some things again, and of course they weren't exactly the same as I had them, because, you know, it was kind of, in a way, it was kind of a good thing that the game crashed. It kind of annoyed me a lot, though. I just wanted to scream. But, you know, it kind of made me realise what didn't look good and I could improve it, so it was good in that sense. And then out here I did this little I don't even know what that it came with dine out. It's just a random thing. I thought it was a light, and it has a very light glow to it when it's nighttime. But yeah, it was just a really weird thing that I thought looked kind of modern, so I decided to stick it in there. And I did use quite a few things from the backyard stuff pack, which again isn't too modern, but I think it does look nice. On this patio area, I didn't put a whole lot apart from the bar, a little couple of seats there, and I put one of those wind chime things in. And it also went back in with, those like, it came with backyard stuff pack. I don't know exactly what it's called. It's kind of like the this ladder stand thing with all those plant pot things on. You'll see it in the screenshots. And here we are onto the top of the roof now, which was kind of a bit weird to fill up the space with. I did manage to put a hot tub in there, which I kind of was a bit scared about because I didn't think it would fit, because just how it's grass on the roof. I don't know if it would have worked or not, but it did. So I was really happy with that. And I'm just putting in some of those patio heaters, which I don't really use a whole lot. Probably a bad idea to have them out on the patio like this for global warming, but it's a Sims, it doesn't really matter. And here I am just putting in a couple of plants, and I think, did I cut this bit out? I think I did. Yeah. As you see there, I put that trim in. I think that came with Get to Work. I think it was a fence that, but it's only a little thing. Just, separate off all those plants from the main area. I know it kind of doesn't really look right having plants on the roof because, it is just one thin layer of grass. But, it's The Sims. It doesn't really matter, does it? So, I actually changed up where that picnic rug type of thing is. That actually went under the table, and I actually put like a sauna area in there, which you'll see in just a second when I go into the screenshots. So here I am just putting in the landscaping for the main bit, and there's the 3 gnomes that I had to include. It looks slightly different from the screenshots because, oh, my sound's on, I don't know if you heard that. Looks slightly different from the screenshots, as you'll see now as we're onto them. Anyway, this will be up on the gallery using the hashtag SimLinks15k, and I hope you enjoyed this. This was actually part of the contest to win a stuff pack of your choice, so I hope to get a romantic stuff pack because I really like landscaping and I don't have that yet, so I think that'd be a nice little addition to my game. So that's pretty much it. Go over to my origin ID, which is Thomas Sydney 1 to download this if you wish. Make sure you leave some comments in the comment section down below for future builds you want to see. Make sure you leave a like, share and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Bye.